Common Core State Standards Math, 7th grade, Numbers Systems 3, Numbers and Quantity 2A, and it's all about the signs, and this is your graphic organizer. And so this is one system of doing this, and it really works. It's really kind of shortcutting everything, but you really need to have a pattern. So use this if you need to. If you already know a different way, by all means use it, as long as you get these all right. All right, and so this is an overview. And so we're looking at same signs. Same signs. So they're either both positive or they are both negative. They're either both positive or both negative. And the two rules for them, because every one of these has a two-rule thing, is you are to add digits and add the sign. So if they're, let's say it's -9 minus 3, that would be like a story, like I owe my mama $9 and I borrowed another $3, so now I owe her $12, and owe $12 would be a -12. But our rules say add the digits, so 9 plus 3 is 12, and add the sign, so you get a -12. And so if they're different signs, so one is negative, one's positive, or one is positive or negative, that should be differently done. So for an example, you could have -3 plus 8. So there's a negative and a positive. So they're different signs, so you just subtract them. It doesn't matter where the digits are. So 8 minus 3 is 5. And 8 is the larger digit, and the sign of that is positive, so the answer is +5. And conversely, if I have 3 minus 8, I still subtract the digits, and I get a 5. And 8 now is a negative, and it's a larger digit, so I'm going to take that sign. So that's the answer. So those two rules work for different signs. Now, in math, you're going to see a lot of the triple signs, and so it could be something like this. -14 minus 6. All right, do you see the triple signs? Here it is a 1, 2, and 3 signs, and there are two signs together, and they would be here. So circle those, and those two signs are both the same, so they're both the same, they become 1. And I'm looking at this rule here. Okay, so you're going to take two signs, make them 1, and then you're going to turn to same or different. So negative, negative are the same, so we're going to add them, and then we're bringing down the rest of the story. And now we are at different signs, so go back to different signs over here, and you subtract the digits, and you get 8, and the larger digit is negative, so the answer is negatory. So that one there is used most often, but it gets kind of fun after a while. And so the last one is you either multiply or divide, and for some reason I couldn't write it down, so I will now. Multiply or divide. You either multiply and divide as usual. Don't worry about the signs. Number 2 is you count the signs, the negative signs. Count the negative signs. If it's an odd number, your answer will be negative. If it's an even number, your answer will be positive. Okay, so you just multiply or divide as usual. So let's look at it. So -14 divided by -2. Well, -14, so we're going to divide as usual. So 14 divided by 2 is 7. And there are 2, so it's an even number, so the answer will be pository. And conversely, if I had 14 divided by 2, -2, you would still divide as normal, but you only have one negative, so the answer will be -7. And if we are to multiply, we do the same thing. So it could be something like -3 times 4. You multiply as normal, you get 12, and there's 1, so it's negatory in that story. And then the last one would be if they're both negative, or if you have 3. So it'd be -3 times -4, so you'd go 3 times 4 is 12, and it's an even number, so the answer is pository. We will be going over all of this here, but you really need to nail this. Put it down in your graphic organizer and use it and get to know it, because you can't be wrong on any of these anytime. Most important. Thank you.